Welcome to We Are Soccer, where we're joined today by MLS goalkeeper Chris Brady of the Chicago Fire. Welcome to We Are Soccer, Chris.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
All right, buddy. So listen, it's we're getting to the end of preseason here. How has preseason been going? 2 days can be a bit of a slog and all that good stuff, but how has your preseason been?
Yeah, it's been great. Thankfully, here in Chicago, they don't make the keepers do all the running, so it's been good. 2 days are they're about the most work we'll get out of a training. But yeah, no, it's been good. Getting to know some of the new faces joining our squad this year. One of them being a fellow young goalkeeper, Brian Dowd from Notre Dame. Really cool to meet him, work with him. And yeah, I mean, just kind of getting back into it physically and mentally, emotionally, all of it. So, yeah, just kind of getting reacclimated, I would say, would be summing up how my preseason's been going so far.
Staying healthy as well, I hope.
Yeah, that's a huge part, and becoming ever so apparent to me that that's kind of the most important thing throughout a preseason is just make it through healthy, and then you can start to look at the season.
Yeah. Well, your season kicks off this weekend as you guys are
hmm
playing Union, and then all of a sudden it's FC Cincinnati at home, and then away to the Columbus Crew, the MLS champion. So you've got a heck of a start to the season, man.
Yeah, tough schedule to start out with, but I do like the way we're looking, especially comparing it to the opponents we faced here in preseason. And obviously, look, those are some good opponents there. I think we play, Atlanta early on as well. I think we play a couple good ones, week 5, 6. But yeah, no, I mean, no matter what they throw at us, we're gonna be ready. Especially like I said with this new personnel.
Yeah, and I
Um,
say one of the new players you got as well is Kellen Acosta. We've talked to him; he's a good
yeah,
friend of the show. That's a
hmm
great pickup for you guys, middle of the park
yeah.
there.
No, I was actually excited about it. I hadn't met him personally prior to, but he's a really good guy in the locker room, and I mean on the field he gives 100%, 110. So couldn't have asked for a better signing, especially out of free agency, which is crazy. But yeah, no, really great pickup. Yeah, a couple other new players, but yeah, no, we'll be ready for any challenges we face.
Cool. What do you have any goals or expectations for yourself for the season? Do you kind of have in your head how marks you want to hit or things you want to accomplish throughout the season?
Yeah, I don't pay attention too much to like stats and number goals, but I will say one that I could see myself trying to work towards specifically is get to a double-digit number of shutouts. I feel like once a keeper achieves out of a 34 game season, at least 10 shutouts, that's almost a third of the season where no one scored on you. I feel like for me, that's a good benchmark of like, all right, this is a keeper who's comfortable in his own shoes on the field, comfortable with the team he has in front of him, confident, all of it. So I think that would be an indication for me that I'm headed in the right direction in my own development and I'm making strides to be a really good keeper in the MLS.
That makes sense. Let
Mhm.
me ask you about that development because before you, there was Gago Slonina. He moved on last year, and I hear there's
Yep.
2, 3 young keepers behind you. What's in the water over there in Chicago that the Fire and the Academy are just producing you guys? Because man, it's incredible.
His name's Igor Dimov. He's the goalkeeper machine, if you will. He's got a conveyor belt. I'm proud to be one of the keepers. But yeah, no, he's got a couple more, and even behind those two keepers, he's got a couple young guys coming up through the academy as well. It's always fun in the off season. I get to train with all of them, and see how well they're doing and how much they've grown. But yeah, no, I mean he's spectacular at his job. This guy, I've never seen anyone develop keepers like him, especially at the rate that he has, and with the quality that he has as well. Especially seeing with Gaga graduating, going into the European pro ranks. It's not easy over there, and he's holding his own over in UPenn. So really happy for him, and just really proud to be a part of what Igor has been creating over here.
Yeah, we'll have to keep track of Igor, man, because that's he's producing some good goalkeepers. You yourself have the Summer Olympics coming up potentially. Is that something you're keeping an eye on, or trying
Yes, yeah.
not trying not to look ahead?
No, no, no. I always take a look at what I have on the docket for the year upcoming. So yeah, Olympics is definitely a big thing there. Obviously, would love to go. It's kind of more up to the fire if they're willing to let me go or not. But I mean, if I get called in, that's a once in a lifetime opportunity to be able to call yourself an Olympian, to be able to represent your country,
Yeah,
to be able to work hard and hopefully win a medal. These are all things that you're just never going to get again in life, you know. So I think for me, if I do get called in, it's going to be an amazing feeling and something I'm definitely looking forward to. But on the flip side, if the Fire don't release me or I don't get called in or whatever may happen, I still get the opportunity to play in Leagues Cup, barring injury. But yeah, Leagues Cup is a great tournament, and a lot of money involved, a lot of good players involved, a lot of good teams involved. So I think that's also going to be an amazing, an amazing experience, especially from what I've seen from last year, playing a couple games in that. So yeah, I mean, I'm ready for all of it though.
nice, nice, absolutely love it. All right, let me ask you, goalkeepers. How did you become a goalkeeper? Right, like I can sell field players that they can play anywhere. There's 11, 10 positions on the field. A goalkeeper, there's one. How did you get into goalkeeping when you were younger? Just is that
Yeah,
something you
when I
wanted
was
to do right off the bat, or did you find your
no,
way?
no, no, no. So when I was shoot, man, I must have been like 8 or 9 years old. Playing regular travel club soccer, hometown team here in Lisle, Illinois. But yeah, I started off as a center back. I really liked the ability to, I guess, just boot the ball upfield, and it was kind of a gritty position. You get to body people around and protect the goal, but when you're a youth club level player, you kind of play every position. People move you around a lot, and I think after getting thrown in net a couple of times, I really took a liking to the fact that it's its own position.
Yeah,
It's unlike any other positions on the field because I would honestly say it's its own sport, especially because we get to use our hands. No one else does. So we have our own specific goalkeeper coaches. We have our own specific set of film and rules and all of it. So it's for me, I really like that aspect of it. And I think from that age, I think I just stuck with it. I really liked, being a part of a team, but also being an individual where I can kind of focus on me, tune out everything else that's going on, and work on my craft and whatever shots and challenges I may face. Whereas when you're working with guys alongside you on the field and you're a field player, it's a little bit different of a feeling. But for me, I like the individual aspect of it. That I think that's what really attracted me to the position.
cool. Yeah, I always tell people, most normal people they jump out of the way of things that are thrown and kicked at them.
Yeah,
Goalkeepers
right. I
somehow
mean, we're crazy like that, but yeah.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. So, when you're growing up and you decide you want to be a goalkeeper, is there someone out there? Is there a player out there where you looked up to? Was there a Tim Howard? Was there a Van der Sar or Brad Guzan or anybody you said, you know what, I want to watch all the games and kind of model after that player? Is there someone, idol you had that you watched?
It's funny you bring up that word model. I would say if there's any keeper who I modeled my game after, it would be a younger keeper. Actually, his name's Damian Loss,
Okay.
and he had a hell of a season with Austin too last year. Won MLS Next Pro. He's at Louisville right now on loan. But I came up through the academy with him, and I felt as if he was just a really strong keeper, if that makes sense. When he
Yeah.
played, no shot was too powerful for him. He had a heart of stone, solid mentality. Nothing really seemed to, phase this guy, and that's something I really wanted to model my game after. But looking in the broader spectrum of professional keepers, when I was younger, you named it, Tim Howard. Watching him in that one World Cup there, especially against Belgium,
Oh,
hell of a game, and he was a brick wall
yeah.
for sure. That's something that that shot stopping ability I really gravitated towards. So yeah, Tim Howard's definitely one of them. Neuer. I liked Handanovic back when he was at Inter Milan.
Hmm.
really good goalkeeper. But yeah, I'd say modeling probably Damian Loss. If you aren't familiar with him, take the time, watch some of his stuff, watch some of his games, take a look. Louisville this season. I mean, amazing keeper.
Will do. Will do, my friend. All right, so let's get to know you a little bit better. What's one song in the change room in the locker room that you love to hear or listen to when it comes on? What's a song that puts you in the mood to play some soccer? What you got one, a jam?
Yeah, let me.
Oh, hold on, we lost your voice there. Can't hear you. Now I can hear you. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it should be. I think it's "Dreams and Nightmares" by Meek Mill. That one really gets me pumped up.
All right.
Um,
All right.
there's a lot of little baby songs that I like. I'm a big 21 Savage guy when it comes to rap.
Okay.
So pretty much anything by him. A lot of his hits are really hype up, type of music for me. I enjoy all that
All
pregame,
right.
but usually before a game, I have like a preset playlist, if you will, just kind of incorporating all those types of songs, ones that really get you hype.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. All right. What's your favorite type of food, my friend?
Ooh, I'm a big steak, bacon,
Yes.
any type of meat kind of guy.
Yeah.
But I'm also a big fan of like lasagna,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Just homey foods, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, listen, last question for us. I ask this to everybody. What is one piece of advice you'd give to a player coming up, say an 8 or 9 year old? He wants to get to where you're at. He wants to play in the MLS. He wants to be a professional player, a goalkeeper. What's one piece of advice you would give to that young player?
I would say don't focus too much on any mistakes you make. It may seem big in the moment, it may seem like a major mistake, but I've made my fair share and I'm going to continue making my fair share of mistakes. So they're things to learn from. Don't dwell on them too much. Move on as quick as you can. And also, I would say just work your ass off. Get out on the field as much as you can. Get as much training as you can. Make sure you're physically fit before every season, and take care of your body. I mean, staying fit, staying healthy is the biggest component of becoming a pro, because a lot of guys will have all the talent or all the skill or whatever in the world, but they deal with injuries and we don't talk about them. So I'd say for me, that's the biggest thing, especially when growing up, going through adolescence, is stay healthy.
Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely love that, Chris. Stay healthy and focus, but also don't dwell on the mistakes, right? We all make mistakes on the field, no matter what position, but if you dwell on them, they'll end up killing you and running you out of the sport. So I absolutely love that advice. Listen,
100%.
Chris, it has been an absolute pleasure, and I can't wait to watch it this season. It's coming up quick here. We'll have to do a little check-in later in the year, but from us here at We Are Soccer, thanks for joining and stay healthy, my friends.
Yes, we'll do. Hey, I appreciate you having me.
Appreciate it. Take care, bud.
See ya.